Hey guys, Pope Sano here, and look, I never want to have to make this kind of video, but I'm getting really sick of the BS in high elo. So what we're going to see this game is a Draven that was very blatantly paid by somebody on the enemy team to win trade. First off, I just want to say win traders often, not always, but often have an X in the first 1 or 2 or 3 letters in their name, which we do have here. Oftentimes win traders I see have WX, but in this case, not always. Now, I just want to point out as well, for those of you that don't know what win trading is, what has happened in this game is that because in high elo it's very easy to get into the same game as somebody if you just queue up at the same time as them. Like, this is why high elo streamers, get stream sniped all the time. That if someone pays you, you can queue up at the same time, and they will, you will intentionally throw the game so that they get LP because they've paid you to do that. And we're going to see that happening in this game too. So I just want to point out here a few of the ways that I know that he's win trading. I mean, his play is the most obvious. First of all, I just want to say this is like 200-300 LP master. Like, we're talking not far from GM. We're talking the top, like 1,500 players in all of North America. I understand that this isn't Challenger and we could all get better, okay? But my point being is that this is definitely high elo. These players know what they're doing, and so when someone starts to act this way and play the way that this Draven came into the game and started to play, it's very obvious, it's very suspicious. The other thing that I'll pull up on screen now is this Draven has his summoner spells swapped for this game and this game only. Now, as you can see, he often has flash on F. This game he has flash on D, whereas normally he has it on the other key. So randomly, this game he has flash on F. And by the way, what that means is someone else plays on this account to gain the LP, to have it at the elo that the win traders need it to be at in order to get into the same game as their customers. And then it'll be someone else, like it can be just a random person who then just hops on the account, and queues up and completes their order. So this is what we have going on here. The other thing is that this guy he's never played Draven before, so he's like a Kaisa main. Sometimes plays in the top lane, I guess it looks like. But now, let's just take a look at what he's actually doing in the game. So level 1, we're gonna run into the enemy jungle, start ghosting, right? He starts ghosting, fighting. I didn't want to fight it first. Then I thought, okay, maybe this guy knows something I don't. So, let's try to get in there. And then, of course, when things get into trouble, he doesn't just instantly run. He has to wait to flash, because his intent, of course, is to only flash away when he's low enough that he'll just instantly die like this anyway. So now he has no flash, and the rest of us, get out. And it was at this point where pretty much everyone on the team said, bro, what is this Draven doing? And I think all of us had a bit of a clue in our head that this was probably a win trade. Now, as you can see here, he's also going to auto-attack the Gromp, which isn't the weirdest thing ever, but this guy's smart, right? These people do this, okay? He auto-attacks the Gromp because normally Dravens want to get a stack on their passive, right? But here, we need to be in lane because we're literally losing minion XP, okay? So he's intentionally delaying himself as long as possible to try to miss as much XP as possible. So I just wanted to point that out. But there's way more blatant stuff, okay? He does little things that intentionally put himself behind, but overall, as you're going to see, this guy does way more. So we're going to come up on the first one here. Now, I just want you to watch him closely. He's going to put himself inside of Alistar's combo as often as possible. So even here, like, if Alistar is walking forward here, he just gets comboed, and it's going to get really bad. And then here, look how far up he walks. Like, he is almost... Well, he is in line with tower range, trying to auto-attack an Alistar with all of his spells up. Like, I don't know what this guy's doing. So, of course, he does get comboed. And I save him, but here he's just trying his best to take bad trades so that it's very easy for him to die. And then here, look at this, guys. Look at the way he's walking. And then he randomly... Oh, wait. Look up. Look at how he turns around to base. So here, by his body language, where do you think he's walking? All the way back to tower, all the way to the furthest bush to back? Nah, let's do like a literal 70-degree turn. Like a little 70-degree turn and start heading into this bush right here. Not only even up on the top side, but he bases in the bottom side of the bush. And again, the whole point is so that he can intentionally get himself in trouble. And here, Alistar starts to walk up, and he's going to drop another ward because he wants to obviously intentionally waste his wards. And then he, let's say he ends himself intentionally. Okay, so, I mean, to me, this is one of the most blatant of the whole game, actually. And I really wanted to show you guys that because it's so clear. Okay. So he's going to come all the way right back down, start farming. And as you can see here, he's just autopilot pushing the wave because he wants to get it down here so that, again, he can get himself in trouble and just intentionally die. All of this is intended, right? So here, he's not going to stop. He's just going to... Like, this is a supposedly a master tier player, guys. And it doesn't matter, I guess, really, because he's doing this intentionally. But, like, just think about it logically. You come back to lane, you hard shove the wave, and now stand still under tower, just auto-attacking the turret, waiting until you die. Right? Like, genuinely, like, gold players don't do that. So, again, it's just so obvious because this elo is a high elo. You can tell when someone is doing something like that. So again, he's going to come all the way back. And we're going to fight here again, and he intentionally does it again. So he walks up once more, right? So I just want to show it. You'll see how far he walks up because he's trying to get comboed by Alistar, right? So look. So he walks up and tries to just auto-attack the Alistar way ahead of me, way ahead of where you should ever be. It's so blatant, guys. Like, Riot Games, if you're not, like, if any of you see this and you're not doing something about it, shame on you, because this is so blatant. And you'll see here again, he's continually trying to auto attack because he's trying to die, right? He just wants to die in this straight up fist fight, and then here still doing it. So then, yeah, he eventually does just go down. It's intentional, again. So I'll show some more examples, but you know, it's just really, really sad. And I just want to say this while he's going to continue to run it down. I just want to say this. I went into this game attempting to have a great attitude. And I'll tell you why. I played 2 games before this, and I lost them both. My first game, I did not play that well. But neither did my team, okay? It was just not a good team effort. We didn't play well, we lost the game, okay? In game 2, I would say my team played fairly well, but it just wasn't enough, you know? My top laner lost really hard, and we just kind of slowly lost the game. It is what it is, right? As you can see, Draven inting once more. By the way, I just want to point out, before I continue my story, in this case, this is the first of a few times where now, I'm not going to accuse any one person, but I just want to say I do believe that it was the Alistar. It could have been Talia as well that was receiving the win trade, although really it could have been any of them. The only reason why I say these two is because he was intentionally getting crazy when they were around. Like, he was intentionally trying to die at that point. So here in this case, right, Alistar is in the bush. We don't know he's in the bush, but if they were communicating on Discord, Alistar would tell him where he is and to say, okay, go in now. So I just want you to look at this picture and ask yourself, do you think with Talia and like the fact that she's a mage, a long-range mage, and the fact that Draven is half HP, should he be walking this far forward? right? It's so blatant. And he's doing it the same second that Alistair is coming out of the bush. So, and we'll see that type of thing often. I mean, really, we did see it down in these bushes, right? Where he was trying to back and did that on purpose. But again, I just want to say, okay, in game 2, it just wasn't enough. But I think the team played really well. I felt like I had a really good game. I was really happy with it. And so because I was happy with that game, and even though I lost 2, I said, you know what? Let me queue up again. I think things can go better this game. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm still riding that high of winning my first ever Grandmaster lobby the other day. And, you know, I was just feeling good. And the problem is, that really gets me, Riot, like, because Riot doesn't do anything about this issue. By the way, same thing coming up. As you can see, Alistair is coming in, and this is the same moment. Like, we don't know Alistair's coming up, right? So we don't have vision. But you'll see at the exact same second that Alistair is coming towards the mid lane, you'll see how far up he's still trying to walk. Like here, he's trying to walk past the wave, basically going all the way under tower in order to fight. But he's doing it intentionally, even going back to pick up this axe so far overextended, because he knows, I personally believe that he knows Alistair is here. And so he's doing it intentionally. And you know, it's just frustrating, right? For me to say, nah, man, you know what? I'm going to have a good attitude. I think we can win. I don't think I'm playing bad today, you know, and even take it as a learning experience. But, you know, to queue up then, after kind of psyching yourself up to have a positive attitude, only to get put in a game like this, where it just makes you feel completely defeated because there's nothing you can do, right? This man has been paid literal money in order to lose this game, right? It's a business. And so if you happen to be on that team in that game where they've been paid to lose, you are going to lose. There's nothing you can do. And, you know, it's sad. It is what it is. So, yeah, I mean, as you can see, just continually is trying to run it down. I think at this point, I gotta be honest, guys, I more or less stopped playing. Like, you can see him. Like, look at what he's doing. He's half HP. We don't know where anyone is, and he's walking this far up, obviously intentionally trying to die to Talia. It's completely insane to me. It's completely insane to me. And the problem here is that even though it's so obvious with the summoner spell change, first timing a champion, clearly running it down in this game, you already know that nothing will happen. And I'm only showing you this game because this is one of many. This is one of many, many, many games where this occurs in high elo, right? So, yeah, guys, I don't know. Riot, I hope you do something about this. If, you know, to me, like, this took a lot of my desire to continue to play ranked, like, out of me, honestly. I feel like, you know, I peaked about 175 or 180 LP this season, which is a great accomplishment for me, and I'm really, really happy with that. But it's just like when you just have a day like this where, you know, you get put into this game with someone that queued up to make sure that you lose, it's hard to want to keep playing. It's hard to want to keep playing. I think what I'm going to do is just focus on leveling up my other account and learning a new role. I feel like I've got to where I want to be with jungle. I wouldn't mind improving a little bit on support, but, you know, I have been winning a decent amount on support in high elo this year, so I think I'm going to go for either top lane or ADC, eventually do both, where we you know, try to learn a new role and just try to keep the game fresh. I want to continue to make content and build a community, but I just don't think I have the energy in my day-to-day life with all the things I already have going on to just put up with this type of shit when I know that Riot is not going to do anything about it. So, hope you guys have a good day. Yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Hope out.